この世を渡り歩くにはより多くの身分を持った方が便利なの。君にもいくつか作ってあげようか。
ひるちゃん。みょみょみょみょん。さよなら。君に捧げよう。山の地。じゃあソーランの憩い。手強いですね。失策です。ご安心を。
It's like that one Fiorina would just not fucking get behind it. Like, and the annoying thing is it kept fucking chasing after the one Fiorina that is not at the right location. It's like everyone else is in the right spot. They were the only one who just could not fucking get the fucking clue.
山の地。火炎を刻め。
あれ狂いなさい。
山の地。
ご助力を。深海のカゴ。
山の地。
行きましょう。あれ狂いなさい。光り輝くがいい。ソーランの憩い。やせいはっほっだーれ。深海のカゴ。や
山の地
ご助力を覚悟を広めだ
どよめく真実火炎を刻め
あれ狂いなさいそら
Okay, there we go. Like, obviously a little annoying Furina in phase one, but it's like, I get it, right? Like, this is literally the first week after, you know, like, this is the second week, essentially, that boss unlocked last week. So it's like, this is the first kind of, like, rerun. And of course, like, it's a rerun for me because I unlocked the boss last week. But, yeah, it could be that it could be they unlocked it this week, but then again, this week only started. This week's only been going on for like a few hours. So like this week literally just started, so they would have had to unlock it last week. So like I've done it twice. I've done the boss twice. One is part of the story. One I get immediately afterwards so that I could get the rewards. And then just now. But like realistically, the story. Doing it via the story should have gotten you the mechanics, because you do it much slower. You're just not able to kill it as quickly. Usually. I guess maybe they blasted through it. Like, maybe they were really, really fucking good, and were able to, like, just fucking destroy the boss. There is that possibility. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, like so basically the premise behind that first little bit is that the king is going to be charging up and down the field, but he has a shield and you can't destroy it. Now you might think, oh, because like one problem is the shield he has looks identical to other shields. So like for instance, Dvalin has an identical shield as well. Dvalin has an identical shield where you break it by reacting. Just doing reactions on it will break it. So, and there have been other guys who was like, yeah, basically, if you ever see a shield like this, you gotta trigger a lot of reactions. Like the Way Alps also had. I don't know if their shield was even colored. I think it was still just that kind of like whitish shield. So it's like, yeah. So typically that's like you gotta react with it. So it is. I can understand why it would be a little confusing, because it's like, oh, here's the shield where you should be reacting with it. And I assume what Furina was doing was chasing after it and making sure they were close enough so that her minions would be attacking it. Not realizing that they had a different mechanic for it, where what you actually need to do, is bait the king to charge down one of the lanes with a pawn. And the sucky thing is that, like, it just kept chasing after the one person who was not at the right location, right? Like, I was always at the right location, maybe dodging here or there because the pawn is also doing, like, fireballs on you. But I was always at the right location for the most part. And then I saw Wriothesley also go to the right location as well, chilling with me. Now, I do think that I also do think that it was also the, whatchamacallit, the Shillinen. I do believe the Shillinen wasn't with us as well. I think I did see her pop up at the last second. But it was just, I blame kind of the Furina, because Furina was always like right next to the thing, and it kept always chasing after her. It could have been also the Shillinen, who was kind of close by a lot of the time. Could have been either one of them. But yeah, it is kind of annoying that, like, people who don't know the mechanic can fuck over everybody because it keeps chasing after them. I don't know if it's random or if it chases after the closest one. Eventually it did come to us, so I don't know if it came to us. I guess I could just do that. Actually, wait, no, maybe Furina. Furina's a better buffer. I could have been Elan, but it's like, Elan's fine, but Furina is Why are you not going? Go, dude. Yeah, jeez. Furina's a better buffer, and Milan is great, but I'll probably do more damage as Furina, and it is more of an enabler as well.
開幕だ。
Let's see. So their ping is absolutely terrible. Because you can see there's no little minion that pops up. Usually the minion pops up when they load in properly. So I don't know if they're not loading in properly or they just don't have a minion summoned. Oh no, they put... What are you doing? Yes, I got it. Why are you wasting time? Just go, dude. Jesus Christ, dude, just go. Why?
世界を熱狂の渦に。それ。よっ。歌え、僕の名のもとに。
お待ちとなるがいい。
はっ。
どよめく神学、火炎を刻め。
はっ。光り輝くがいい。
海に私は帰ってきた。騒ぐな。
Yep, there we go. Yeah, like that's why it's like, dude, like just go. Like I saw he was like doing his thing. Dude, like we were waiting for you. All three of us were moving. We didn't know if you had loaded in or not. And it's because you were like wasting time bringing up the emote menu before battle. It's like no, like that's an after battle thing. Like I usually be like, hey, good job, guys, you know, with a little positive emoji after battle, you know, and who gives a shit. It still is kind of like it is still kind of suck because like me wasting my time, like me wasting time doing that means that let's see, Fontaine. Me doing that does waste a little bit of time because I have to bring it up. So basically, if the host like beats the boss and immediately leaves, like they're stuck, unable to do anything. Okay.
力っていうのはね、サボってると体から逃げちゃうんだよ。君も一緒にトレーニングどう？
悪くない芽が出たわ。今日も引き続きサボりましょう。調子が良くなってから仕事を一気に終わらせるわよ。
うん。はあ。うん。
怖いか、それとも恐怖を抱く勇気すらないか。私と打ち合う気か。撃て。この燃え上がる炎で。今だ。少しはまともになってきた。はっ、君のもがき様を見せてくれ。闇来たる破滅の時が消え失せろ。煉獄の投影に過ぎぬ。今だ。私と打ち合う気か。撃て。月のように永遠なつらドッコン。いいだろう、私に挑む資格を認めてやる。今だ今だ。無駄な抵抗はやめろ。逃しはし。これはあらゆる善意を焼き尽くした発射。見届けるといい。ロックオン。ロックオン。全ての始まりに過ぎる。
不意打ち。 力を思い知りなさい。やっとはっせいはっ
Dude, this Fiorina needs to swap to healing mode, dipshit. Swap to healing, heal us, we're almost all dead. Swap to healing, Jesus fucking Christ. See, this is what sucks when you have a shit Fiorina who doesn't fucking know that you should fucking heal them. You should have healed us before. You could have gone DPS mode now if you had healed us before we went into this area. And if the only fucking person who has Usa damage had gotten close enough to pop the fucking bubble, we would have been fine. But they're like, nah, I'm not gonna be close to it. Because they're fucking dumb. Yeah, so we have a bad Fiorina. A Fiorina who should have healed us in a time when we couldn't do anything but get healed. Yeah, it's just a bad feeling, right? Like, it's like, oh, basically, you should be swapping to heal mode every time the whale is inaccessible. If you cannot touch the whale, go back to heal mode. Top us off. Because your ads will drain us of HP. So, you should be topping us off in between that. When we pop the whale and we're about to be sucked, heal us. Start healing us so we're full health, so that the second that inside guy appears, you can immediately go into your burst mode. You know, you should have done this. Like, that's how you play as a Fiorina. You know, like, to be fair, like, it's not like he was that shit, right? Like, it was fine. He did swap to healing. A really shit Fiorina would have never swapped to healing, even at the end, or it would have been too late, and we would be dead. Still, they did it way, way, way too late, because some of us were below 50% health, so it's like really, really needed to have done something before it was too late, essentially. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, this is kind of annoying. If you don't have the 15-hour one, like, you get fucked because you have to do it within 4 hours. So it's like if you do it at 2 p.m. So because I did this so late yesterday, like at 2 p.m. or something, it was too late. I don't think I've ever done one in this area.
情報提供者から知らせがあったわ。うん。どうやらまた新たな変数が現れたようね。捕まえた。
空上を焼き尽くす。引け！太陽の方向を！やっ！
し
低温調理、ガンのように羽ばたく。
裁きの雷燃え
かかれ糸よ工作せよ。
稲光すなわち永遠なり。ストップ。逃げ道は
冷凍の時間。
終わりね。
無我の境地。やっはっせふんせやっはっ。見切りました。烈日よ。
捕まえた糸よ工作せよ。
稲光すなわち永遠なり。ふんはっそこせやっはっはっふっふんせ。頭上を焼き尽くす。
食前。
かかれ終わりね。
ここより弱滅の時。ふっはっせっふんせやっふっせっと。逃げ道はあります。
最高の一品よ。低温調
どの目が出るかし
稲光すなわち永遠なり。さっそこはっせっし裁きのイカ。
痛がっちゃ嫌よ。終わりね。
無我の境地。ふっやっはっふんせっせっはっふっはっせっそこひゅ
来たぞ。カクークのやつ、また新しい言葉を覚えた。いいことか悪いことか。
結構頑張って教えたんだが、これが精一杯。
ここ数日それだけやって過ごしたんじゃないだ。まさか。じゃあ何か進展があったのか。
ああ、だから俺もリオセスリさんに話し方を教わったのはカクークだけじゃない。
手を焼く奴はいなかったさ。
それで
囚人たちはやっと思い出したんだ。品物を船に乗せて男は小玉の子の装いで例の銃の箱に酷似した箱を持っていたことが分かった。見た感じは商人の格好をした密輸犯たちはその男から品物の売り先を聞かれ船に適当にはぐらかしたそうだ。俺がそいつらを目撃したのはどうもきな臭い匂いがしたから船に乗り込んでそのままフォンテーヌに来たと。
兄貴、フォンテーヌ人ってこんなもんに興味持つんすか？
どうしろんとがめったに見ないものだからこそ価値があるんだよ。やっとナタの輸出業が。
兄貴に無駄口叩く暇があったらしっかり箱を見張っ。
商人か？商売で顔の傷跡、膝や肘あたりの生地はすり減ってるし爪も汚れてる。戦士か冒険者から商人、どうも怪しいな。
さすが兄貴、客船に乗ったのは正解だぜ。速いし揺れないしあれこれ聞かれることもない。
当然だ。大型の貨物船は遅い、小舟は速いが揺れが激しい。万が一品が壊れでもしたら数ヶ月の仕事がパーだ。
たったそれだけの量で数ヶ月。なぜそこまで慎重に運ぼうとする？ナタから持ち出した貴重なものなのか。もう少し探ろう。やっぱり箱の中は文化財か。だがナタから持ち出すのは違法なはずだ。供述を聞いてみるか。
おい、暗い顔してどうした？ビジネスがてら観光までできるんだぜ。絶好のチャンスだってのにもっと喜べよ。
そうだよな。ただもし品に途中で何かあったらどうしようって。
肩の力抜けって。フォンテーヌに旅行に来る外国人が一体どれくらいいると思う？手荷物だって色々あるだろうぜ。万が一荷物をチェックされてもこっちには受注書がある。フォンテーヌ人はこういう書類が大好きらしいじゃないか。存分に見せてやりゃいいさ。
やっぱり密輸を企んでるな。メンバー構成や品の情報は分かった。今のうちに。そんな風にして、とにかく不審に思った点をフォンテーヌの警察隊員に伝えた。 その後も紆余曲折あって、ようやく身柄を確保できたんだ。
悪党を正しい道に戻したんだな。
当然のことをしたまでだ。
今の話だと、
あの時は密輸犯を捕まえて送り届けることに集中してたから、通行人には注意してなかった。
お前は十分頑張ったぞ。
とにかく銃を持ち込んで亡くした人物は密輸犯たちとは無関係で、あくまで単独で動いてたってことだな。ほう、何か言いたいことでも？
その人物が怪しいと。
架空家の言う通りだな。だが情報が少なすぎる。まずは落とし物について調べるとしよう。
これはナタの古流文明の遺産。お宝が落ちていたのに遺失届はうっかり落としちゃったというより、誰か高価な遺物を道端に置いていくなんて、うっかり落としちゃったというより、誰かがわざと置いていったみたい。何か違う気がする。
確かに獲物を引っ掛けただ。おとりならも
何か分かったか？
この前見た永遠のことを思い出して。落ち着いてくれ。誰かが取りに来るのを待ってたってさっき旅人が推理しただろ。それでちょうど身代金を要求するとき、犯人は被害者の家族。
確かにフィクションに限らず現実世界でむしろそうしたストーリーは事実に。
なるほど。
待て待て、急に複雑。もしこの銃が本当に身代金代わりのものなら。
Well, no, it doesn't necessarily have to be a ransom. It's just a normal. It could just be a dead drop, right? It could be that. It could be that they're the suppliers, and so someone from Fontaine arranged for it to be picked up, but they also don't want to be known. So you could just say, "Hey, smugglers, please drop it off at this undisclosed location, and then we'll send our guys to go pick it up." That way, you know, they can keep their own anonymity from their suppliers. Yeah. So it could be the suppliers who want their own anonymity, but it seems probably more likely the distributor or the seller. The person who's going to pick it up and try to sell on the black market probably wants his anonymity. So he couldn't be blackmailed by the smugglers. And so it's far more likely that the seller was probably did this to and arrange the dead drop. It has nothing to do with ransom. It could, even in criminal cases, I'm sure ransom is one way because you don't want the people you're getting ransom from to know who you are. You essentially want to try to get, the idea behind a ransom is you want to get a shitload of money and you want to get away with it. And the less people who know who you are, the better chance you have. So if like you're able to keep like a mask or a hood over the, you know, a bag over the head of the person you've kidnapped and they cannot recognize you, then sure, you know, if you do a dead drop, you might be able to get the money and then to release them and get the fuck out of there, no one the wiser. Same for smugglers. Like, in fact, there was previously a Fontaine quest where it was identical to this. It was I forget, shit. I'm pretty sure it was a character quest. I just can't remember whose. It might have been It might have been Emily's. No. We were. It was like it was transporting beasts, and like they were tranquilizing the beast, and they were tranquilizing and leaving the beast in like a barrel, and the barrel was being picked up by some people. But basically, the idea was that someone was experimenting on them, someone was supplying them, but there was actually a hidden third party who had actually talked to both of them, and both of them were convinced they were talking to each other, but it was this third party that was actually arranging for the creatures and the testing and all that shit. And so neither of the affected parties knew about that, but we were able to uncover that it was a hidden third party that had arranged for one person to supply the beast and one person who was going to drug the beast to tranquilize them so that they can be used in another location. So yeah, I remember that. I just can't remember what quest it was for. I don't think it was for Emily's quest. Emily's quest is all about perfume, and mostly it's some Sumeru. I don't think it was Seguin's, maybe? No, because like Seguin was had more about the prison and the face morphing thing, and I'm pretty sure it was before that too. So it was long before. What was or maybe was it part of the story quest? Or maybe it was just I don't know. I think it was definitely a quest. It was not some random world quest. It was definitely a long-running quest.
ああ、盗品は処分が大変だから、特定のものを欲しがる誘拐犯でもない限り、交流時代の銃に目がない誘拐犯。
Why do you keep saying kidnapper? You don't need to be a kidnapper to do dead drops. Even smugglers do dead drops. You know? You drop off your thing, you can continue moving on. Because like basically, if you're going from point A to point B, but then halfway along that pathway, you stop by and drop off something at point C. Like when you get to point B, you can sell all your wares perfectly normally. No one will think anything of it, not realizing that you had smuggled in something past point A and had since dropped it off. You know, that's fairly common. I get that it happens for kidnappers, but kidnappers are the only one. I don't know why they're so hung up on kidnappers. They're like, oh, there's no missing people. It's like, you don't have to. It's not like you have to be a kidnapper to utilize this methodology.
売り手が鍵のかかった箱を隠しておいた。指示を受けた買い手はモラを持って約束の場所に向かった。
Yeah, exactly. This is a typical dead drop, right? Well, I was thinking that it was the seller who was going to pick it up. It could be that because I was assuming that those guys were the suppliers, right? They said they sold it to a Fontanian distributor, who was then arranging a sale. I was assuming that the dead drop was just for the seller to pick it up, and the distributor to pick it up. And it's possible that they caught the distributor before they could get it, and that's why they never picked it up. Yeah, I don't know why he's saying a buyer. Because, like, whatever. That could be it, right?
つまり、これは個人の密輸行為だ。
ああ。それに取引が完遂しなかった原因、誰も訪れない。
I mean, I guess what they're trying to do is say the seller is the smuggler. Where it's like, well, no, you're the smuggler, right? You would need. The smuggler doesn't have Fontanian contacts, so you'd want to find someone who could hawk your shit, right? You'd want to find the black market dealer within Fontaine so that you could sell to them. But I wouldn't even still call you the seller. I would just call you the smuggler. And it's the distributor who's actually the seller because they're going to actually find a buyer within Fontaine, right? So it's a three-party thing where you have the smuggler, the supplier of the stolen good, you have the distributor and seller of the stolen good, and then you have the buyer, who is the actual person who the product's going to end up with. And so they're just trying to say, oh, no. The seller is the smuggler. It's like, well, yes, technically, sure, the smuggler is selling their goods. But realistically, they're not selling it to a buyer. They're selling it to a distributor. They're not the person selling it to the end user, right? They're selling it to a middleman who will then sell it to the person who actually gets it in the end. So that's why I wouldn't really call the supplier the seller. Because they're not really selling it. They're just selling it to another guy who's going to distribute. You know, it's like selling it to a pawn market, and then the pawn market sells it to someone else, right? It's like, I wouldn't really call the person who brings in an object to a pawn market as the seller. even though yes, technically they are selling their product to the pawn shop, and the pawn shop is I would consider the pawn shop as the real sellers because they have the shop and the distribution network, and they're the ones actually going to be able to find buyers to actually sell it to.
それに観光客だけじゃなくてスピナリロースらの者もいた。
理にかなった推測だが、
あんたの部下に頑張ってもらうことになるというと簡単さ。
Well, presumably.
いつも通りに
Oh yeah, of course.
容疑者が受け取りに来る確率。
I was gonna say, like, presumably you just gotta just chill and look for shady people, because presumably, the shady people will start, trying to look for it. But this is actually a much smarter thing to do, because they might get scared off, right? With Spina all over the place and all the people, they might think, shit, we just won't be able to do this. We're not going to even try. It's too risky. But with the lost and found notice, it's like, oh shit, because they'll think, oh, we don't know the importance of the thing, and so they're like, oh, cool, this is a great way for us to claim that as ours, because they don't know what it really is, and we can just get away with it, right? So it's essentially lulling them to a false sense of security. Very smart. I was thinking we just gotta case the joint and wait for them to try to make their move to search for it, but this is a much more efficient way of drawing them out. It's essentially by doing this and being as quiet being as nonchalant as possible, you make them think that we don't understand its worth, and so they'll act faster than they would otherwise.
それにちょうどどこかの幸運な協力。
そういう意味の頑張りか。なら私が書くとし、他の者に任せる。
そっちかよ。
少なくともお知らせが
ここで待っていてもいいが。
大丈夫だ。出かける前にうるさい。
ほう、キーニチさん。はあ、ペットか。はいはい、わかった。
カクーク君はもう行っていいと言いたが、そういえばカクーク君は飛行物体ではないと判定された。これ。
おお、それはいい知らせだな。旅人。
頼んだ。ああ。
ああ。
メロピレ要塞では不都合ならフォンテーン。
確かにな。昔は洪水。
君はそろそろ栄誉称号を持つし。
そうなのかい。
私がお知らせを書いている間に。
Oh yeah. They were hanging out in front of the hotel before. I forgot about that. I mean, I saw them frequently, but I thought we interacted with them in front of that government building so often. I thought they might be there again. I thought they might have gone back and be waiting outside again.
いいぜ、パンチを食らわしてやる。
おお。
あいつらにはあんまり近づ
カクーク、自由になっちゃ。
お前かよ。
旅人のばあちゃん、それからパイモン、キーニチ。
あっち行け。もう一回言ってみよう。誰が
喧嘩する元気があるなら腹は後でみんなで飯に行くか。
かわいそうに。
イファ、竜医である君が人の不幸を喜ぶ。
おっと。
カクークがどういう経緯で釈放。
落ち込むな、アハウ。同じ工程をたどれば君も自由に行動できるように。
あいつと同じ扱いをされちまうなんて。
そうだな。パレメルモニアのやり方だと判定を。
くさう、龍肉のレストランってどこにあるんだ。
それだとお前も危ないぜ。
そんなレストランはな。
とにかくアハウを見て。
お前
どっ ちらかを選ぶなら架空区の方が可愛いと思うけどな。ほんとっておいらをこいつだ。
Okay, but I think I'm going to go ahead and call it with that. I'm not like super in a rush because obviously there's still one more cast. I don't know if like this is the end of this one, but I'm like, there's a good stopping point kind of, and I'll just maybe do these two. I'll do the remainder of this. So I'm not really sure how long it's going to be, and then these two, perhaps tomorrow. We shall see. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all